The future of globalization. Globalization has been a hot-button issue for decades, but its full potential is yet to be realized. From the world's economy to international relations, globalization is a powerful force that can have both positive and negative effects. As technology advances and borders become more porous, it's worth taking a look at the possible future of globalization. In this blog post, we'll explore some of the potential impacts globalization could have on the world in the near future, including economic growth, political changes, and environmental issues. We'll also discuss the ways that countries and businesses can use globalization to their advantage while minimizing any potential risks. What is globalization? There are many definitions of globalization, but at its core, globalization is the process of expanding world trade, contacts among societies, and the sharing of ideas around the world. The term can be used to describe different processes, ranging from the integration of economies and societies to the exchange of ideas and culture. The process of globalization has been unleashed by a series of dramatic technological changes. From Johannes Gutenberg's movable type printing press in the 15th century to the internet and the cellular telephone in the late 20th century, and by economic, social, and political changes. Globalization has increased opportunities for companies to sell their products in new markets around the world. It has also created new challenges, as companies must contend with new competitors in unfamiliar territory. The process of globalization is often described in terms of globalization versus localization. Localization refers to the ways that people adapt their behavior to local conditions. Globalization, on the other hand, involves a more homogenized approach that seeks to standardize products and services across borders. In practice, most companies pursue a mix of both strategies, tailoring their offerings to local markets while also looking for opportunities to standardize some aspects of their business. The different types of globalization. There are different types of globalization, each with its own advantages and disadvantages. One type of globalization is economic globalization, which is the process of increasing trade and investment between countries. This can be beneficial because it can lead to economic growth and higher living standards. However, it can also have negative consequences, such as increased inequality and environmental damage. Another type of globalization is cultural globalization, which is the spread of ideas and products around the world. This can have positive effects, such as increased understanding and tolerance between people from different cultures. However, it can also lead to the loss of traditional cultures. Finally, there is political globalization, which is the increasing cooperation between governments around the world. This can be beneficial because it can help to solve global problems. However, it can also lead to a loss of sovereignty for individual countries. The benefits of globalization. In a globalized world, businesses can operate in multiple countries and benefit from the efficiencies of a global marketplace. The ability to source goods and services from around the world has lowered costs and increased quality for consumers. And advances in communication and transportation technologies have made it easier for people to connect with each other and share information. There are many benefits of globalization, but there are also some challenges that come with it. One of the biggest challenges is managing different cultural expectations and values. When businesses expand into new markets, they need to be sensitive to local customs and traditions. They also need to be aware of potential language barriers. Another challenge of globalization is the increased competition that businesses face. When companies can source products and services from anywhere in the world, they can choose the cheapest option. This can put pressure on businesses to keep their prices low and their quality high. Despite these challenges, globalization is still a force for good in the world. It has lifted millions of people out of poverty, provided access to new technologies and ideas, and created opportunities for people to connect with each other like never before. The drawbacks of globalization. There are a number of drawbacks associated with globalization. Firstly, it can lead to the homogenization of cultures. As globalizing trends encourages the spread of Western values and norms around the world. This can result in the loss of traditional cultures and values, which can be viewed as a negative by many. Secondly, globalization has also been blamed for increasing inequality levels around the world. As multinational corporations and rich individuals become increasingly powerful, they are able to accumulate more wealth and resources, while poorer individuals and countries are left behind. This can exacerbate existing social divisions and create new ones. Finally, globalization has also been linked to environmental problems. The increased consumption that comes with economic growth has put strain on the world's natural resources, leading to climate change and other environmental issues. So while globalization has brought about many positive changes, there are also some significant drawbacks that need to be considered. The future of globalization. It is clear that globalization has changed the world economy. However, its future is uncertain. There are three main schools of thought on the future of globalization. The first is that globalization will continue to increase, with more countries joining the global economy and trade becoming increasingly free and open. The second is that globalization will stall or even reverse, as countries become more protectionist and regional economic blocs emerge. The third is that we will see a more complex system, with different types of globalization happening simultaneously. Which of these scenarios is most likely? It is hard to say. Globalization has been driven by many factors, including technology, politics, and economics. It is possible that all of these factors will continue to push in the same direction, leading to further globalization. However, it is also possible that one or more of these factors will change direction, leading to a different future for globalization. The future of the economy and globalization. The future of the economy and globalization is intertwined in many ways. Globalization has allowed for unprecedented levels of economic growth, as it has provided access to new markets and investment opportunities. As technology advances, so does the potential for increased connectivity amongst nations, businesses, even people, allowing for a more efficient exchange of goods and services across borders. This can result in an increase in global commerce that could lead to further economic growth around the world. Additionally, emerging technologies such as artificial intelligence, AI, are likely to play a part in driving future economic performance by allowing countries to create new products or services with greater efficiency than ever before. Ultimately, how well the global economy will fare largely depends on how governments manage globalization at a macroeconomic level. The future of weather and globalization. The future of weather and globalization is an exciting prospect, as it promises to open up new possibilities for understanding climate change, predicting natural disasters, and managing resources more efficiently. With breakthroughs in technology like big data analytics and artificial intelligence, scientists are able to better analyze large amounts of data from around the world. This will lead to better forecasting models that can be used by governments and businesses alike for more informed decision-making. Additionally, improved global communication networks mean that even small changes in one part of the world can have cascading effects elsewhere. Through this interconnectedness, people in different parts of the world can share knowledge and collaborate on solutions which could ultimately benefit everyone involved. The future of weather and globalization looks bright as we continue our journey towards a safer and healthier planet. The future of the political situation and globalization. The future of the political situation and globalization is one that will be significantly intertwined. Globalization has allowed countries to access resources, investment opportunities, and trade partners from all around the world. As a result, there are now more nations with stronger economic ties than ever before. This means that decisions made in one country can affect other countries as well, leading to increased collaboration between governments on a global scale in order to solve issues like climate change, poverty alleviation, international security threats, and more. With this increased level of exchange also comes an increase in political tension between different nations. However, it could also lead to more cooperative solutions being found as well. The future of politics and globalization looks bright but uncertain. Only time will tell what sort of changes will occur over the coming years. Globalization has played a pivotal role in transforming economies and societies across the world, and its effects will continue to be felt for many years to come. In order for globalization to remain viable, countries must strive towards greater economic integration, international cooperation, and sustainable development initiatives that promote equitable opportunities for all. As we move further into the 21st century, global trends such as climate change will pose new challenges that require innovative solutions on an unprecedented scale. By working together on these issues with a view towards creating a fairer future, we can ensure that globalization remains an engine of prosperity worldwide. Please subscribe our channel, like and share videos.